So that was the second, the point, that was the resistances connected in parallel combination. So first, we'll understand when we can say that resistances are connected in parallel. So when we can say that resistances are connected in parallel, if one end of each resistor if one end of each resistance or each resistor is connected at one common point and the ends of other end of each resistor is connected to another common point. So first condition is one end is connected to one common point, another is connected to another common point, such that the potential difference across each resistor is equal to the applied potential difference across the combination of the resistors. Okay, so you can say that two or more resistors are connected in parallel if, again write down here, so two or more resistors are said to be in parallel if one end of each resistor is connected to one common point and the other end of each resistor is connected to another common point, such that the potential difference across each resistor is applied to the, or is equal to the applied potential difference across the combination of all the resistors. Okay, so that is the condition for the resistors to be connected in parallel. Now we'll see how in the circuit diagram we can see, or we can recognize whether the resistors are connected in parallel or not. So let us look at the diagram. Suppose we have three resistors connected in parallel. When can we say that these are connected in parallel? So one resistor, second resistor, and third resistor. So three resistors, say R1, R2, and R3. Okay. So these are three resistors connected in. We have not connected. These are three resistors we have. And now one end of each. This is one end of each is connected to a common point. Connected to a common point. The other end, second end, is connected to another common point. So this is another common point. So this point is suppose A and this point is B. So that means one end of each is connected to a point A. The other end of each is connected to another point B. And the combination potential difference applied across the combination is say B. Okay. So this is a cell, high potential, low potential, and across these 2 points, the potential difference, common potential difference is applied. Now, that means this resistor is also connected across A and B, and the potential difference across A and B is B. Similarly, second resistor is also connected across A and B. So, potential difference is same, B. Third also is connected across these 2 points, and across these 2 points, the potential difference is applied is B. So that means potential difference across R1, R2, R3, as well as the combination is same, equal. That is the applied potential difference applied with the help of a cell of potential difference B. So that is how when this kind of combination we see such that one end of each resistor is connected to a common point, other end is connected to another common point, and across the combination, whatever the potential difference has been applied, and the potential difference across each one of these resistors is also equal to that potential difference. So that is the condition for resistors to be connected in parallel. Okay, so this is the circuit diagram for parallel combination. I hope you understood. Now we shall find out the equivalent resistance of all these resistors connected in parallel. So what is the equivalent resistance? It is that single resistance if it is replaced by, if this parallel combination is replaced by that equivalent resistance, then when this potential difference is applied across that resistance, the current in the circuit will be same as the current in this case. So if current in this case flowing in the circuit is I, and if I replace all three resistors across A and B with the single resistor, they are P, then the potential difference applied, if it is B, the current will also be equal to I. So equivalent circuit we can draw like, so I have replaced, this is point A, this is point B. Across A and B, same cell has been connected of potential difference V. And this is RP. And RP, the value of RP is such that when this potential difference is applied across its end, the current in this circuit is equal to current I, which is equal when these three are connected in parallel. तो इन तीनों का काम ये अकेला कर रहा है सर्किट में, तो हम बोलेंगे ये इन तीनों का इक्विवेलेंट रेजिस्टेंस है. अकेला कैसे कर रहा है? क्योंकि हम सेम पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस हमने तीनों को लगाया कॉम्बिनेशन में, सेम पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस अकेले को लगाया कॉम्बिनेशन में, और हमें उतना ही करंट मिल रहा है सर्किट में जितना इन तीनों के कॉम्बिनेशन में कनेक्ट करने के बाद मिला. Then we say that RP is equivalent to the parallel combination of R1, R2 and R3. So how to find out what will be the value? How can we find out mathematically the value of RP for any parallel combination of resistors connected together? So we'll find that out now. Okay, once again, circuit diagram. So this point is A, this point is B, and this is potential difference applied across A and B. Okay, so let us call this R1, R2, R3, and the potential difference across A and B and across each of these is also equal to V. Same जितना यहाँ है उतना ही potential difference इनके across है क्योंकि ये parallel में connected है. Okay, so now let us say V is the potential difference applied. V is the potential difference applied, okay, across A and B. That is point A and point B. Now the current drawn from this cell is suppose I. So I is the current drawn from this cell. Now this current, when this reaches this point A, because now it has three different paths, the current will divide into three parts. So 1, 2, and 3. So this, let us call this I3, call this I2, and call this I1. So current flowing through R1 is I1, current flowing through R2 is I2, and current flowing through R3 is I3. So depending on the value of these resistances R1, R2, and R3, the current will divide in ratio equivalent to that it will depend on the value of these resistance. Now this current is flowing through all these branches. Okay. So this is I3 will reach here and I2 will reach on this side, and this is I1. Now at B, this current will again add up. It will become again equal to I. So I यहाँ से जाएगा, तीन पार्ट्स में डिवाइड होगा, तीन अलग अलग रेजिस्टेंसेस में अलग अलग वैल्यू का करंट उसमें चलेगा. यहाँ B पे आके ये करंट तीनों के तीनों मिल जाएंगे और फिर से I बन जाएगा. तो इस तरह से हमारा सर्किट में करंट चलना स्टार्ट हो जाएगा. तो यहाँ से हम देख रहे हैं I तीन पार्ट में डिवाइड हो रहा है और यहाँ पे तीनों फिर जुड़ रहे हैं. तो हम यहाँ क्या लिख सकते हैं? वी कैन राइट डाउन दैट I total current is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Okay. So I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Now what is the value of I1? I1 in this, so I1 we can find out potential difference is V across R1 and divided by R1. Using Ohm's law, the potential difference across R1 is V and current resistance is R1. So what is the value of I? The potential difference is V across R1 and the resistance is R1. So we can find out I1. I1 will be equal to V upon R1 because V is equal to IR using that relation. Similarly, I2, the current in this second resistance will be equal to V divided by R2. Similarly, I3 will be equal to V divided by R3. Okay, so we got this value. Now we can write down I will be equal to putting these values V upon R1 plus V upon R2 plus V upon R3. Okay, we have just put these values of I1, I2, I3 in this relation. Now, if, as I discussed, RP is the equivalent resistance. So you can say equivalent, or you can say effective, or you can say resultant, equivalent resistance of the parallel combination of what are the values, R1, R2 and R3. तो तीनों का जो है इक्विवेलेंट है, ये तीनों का इकट्ठे जुड़े हुए का काम ये अकेला कर सकता है. तो हम क्या लिख सकते हैं, we can say that so that means the circuit we can draw now is like this. So this is RC, अकेला हमने जोड़ दिया, उसी सेल के अक्रॉस जोड़ा जिसका पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस V है, तो ये कितना देगा करंट, सेम करंट है. तो हम बोल रहे हैं ये इक्विवेलेंट है. तो हमने इन तीन रजिस्टर्स को अकेले से रिप्लेस कर दिया. तो यूजिंग ओम्स लॉ वी कैन फाइंड आउट नाउ I will be equal to V divided by RC in this case. So we can put the value of I in this relation, will be equal to V upon R1 plus V upon R2 plus V upon R3. So what we have done is put the value of I on the left hand side, put the value of I1, I2 and I3 on the right hand side. These are the values. So this is now our relation. So V upon RC will be equal to V common 1 upon RC, R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. V will cancel with V. So what we are left with is 1 upon RP is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. So this, using this expression, we can find out the value of RP. Okay. So by solving this, we can get the value of RP. If you know the value of R1, R2 and R3, just put the values, add them, take reciprocals of these values, add these values, and we get the reciprocal of the equivalent resistance. Then you reverse this and you will get the value of RC. Okay. Features of parallel combination of resistors. Okay. So when resistors are connected in parallel, then one is the sum of the reciprocal of the resistances of the individual conductors is equal to the reciprocal of the net. You can call this net or equivalent. Net or equivalent resistance of the combination. So this is the same thing. 1 upon RC is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus so on. You can go on like this. So this is the sum of the reciprocals of individual resistances connected in combination, and this sum gives the reciprocal of the net or equivalent resistance of the parallel combination. The same thing we have written in the statement form. The second is the different amount of current flow through different resistances. So this also we have discussed already. different amount of current flows through the different resistances. So हर रजिस्टर में अलग अलग वैल्यू का करंट चलता है. So जिस रजिस्टर में का वैल्यू रेजिस्टेंस का वैल्यू कम होगा उसमें ज्यादा करंट चलेगा, वो ज्यादा करेगा, करंट को अलाउ करने चलने में अलाउ करेगा. और जिस कंडक्टर का रेजिस्टेंस कम होगा उसमें ज्यादा करंट चलेगा, और जिसका रेजिस्टेंस ज्यादा होगा उसमें कम करंट चलेगा. So that is how the current divides. And the potential difference, third point, is the potential difference. The potential difference across each conductor is equal to the voltage applied. So is equal to the voltage applied across the parallel combination. The parallel combination of conductors. So this also we know that whatever the potential difference is applied, so we have applied voltage V. So therefore across R1 and R2 both, the potential difference is V. So that is what is written in this statement. So these are the features of parallel combination of